Talk to Me Tuesday. It is Wednesday, the 9th of January. No, not January. It's not January. It's November. I'm not going to get political. It's not my country. But for all those of you who are unhappy with today's results, sorry, my camera is really shaking. So for those of you who are unhappy with today's results, I commiserate with you. We've still got Brexit going on over here. Woo! Everything's shaking. I'm going to stand up. We've still got Brexit and all the fallout from coming out of the EU going on over here, and it's not fun. So good luck. Yeah, not going to say anything else. A couple of things. Susie, your parcel has now gone. It has gone. I have sent it at last. Thank you for being so patient and not nagging. It's on its way. And hopefully you'll like it. I think that's it on that score. I haven't done a huge amount today, this week, sorry. I was ill for the latter half of last week. I had no voice, so my inclination to sew or stitch or anything like that just went out the window. So yeah, there's not a huge amount to show you. However, I have been teaching a lady how to sew, and one of the things she wanted to make was a dress for her 2-year-old niece. So we got a pattern and I went through patterns with her, and then I suddenly thought, if I'm going to show her how to sew it, I probably need to try it out myself. So I have made the following. This is for my daughter. It's just a little A-line pinafore dress. It's got a little pleat there, and I embroidered the Wonder Woman that I got from Found 'em in Stitches website. I think it was the applique quilt symbol. So I cut that out of fabric and stuck it onto with the Bonder web, and then I just sewed the very edge of it, because my daughter has discovered DC Superhero Girls, which she's absolutely loving, and so I thought she'd like that, and she does love it. And then I thought I'd make the smaller size, because the one we're making is a small size. So I have a niece called Aurora who is coming up for 18 months. So I also made her in the same fabric, you notice, a little dress. Again, same pleat detail, and hers got little Minnie Mouses because her mummy is obsessed with Mickey and Minnie Mouse. And I just found a template on Pinterest, and again just stuck it on with Bonder web, and then I just edge stitched it with a bit of a blanket stitch. I'm debating whether or not to go in where the bow would sort of sit and just do the 2 lines for the bow. I don't know. So yes, I made those 2. What else did I make? I made another cross stitch bag, because apparently I can't have too many. This one is just out of the Doctor Who fabric that I have from Spoonflower, the Doctor Who panels, and there's a little bit of Doctor Who on the back. Yeah, and it's currently got my Doctor Who pattern in it. I'll try and see. I don't actually have a copy of the cross stitch pattern, which isn't the actual pattern, but it's from Cloud's Factory, and it's called Don't Blink, and it's basically the little mini TARDIS, an angel, and the Doctor, David Tennant's Doctor, and it says, "Don't blink, don't ever even blink, blink and you're dead." That quote in cross stitch. So I am doing that, and the other cross stitch that I got recently that I'm working on is a Hogwarts castle, and it's all kind of really bright colours, and you can see sort of a rock. It's like a rock that the castle's sort of sitting on, and then you can see like the basement of the castle, and you can see the snake in the basement. It's a really cool pattern. I found it on Etsy. If you want to know more about it, then let me know and I will find the seller. But yeah, it was on Etsy and I loved it. And the only other thing to talk to you about is that I went to the Space Museum with my kids at the weekend. and it's just a normal spacey museum. It's got lots of different things. There's an astronaut called Ttmt who is just came back a few months ago from the International Space Station, and he's the first kind of British astronaut for a while, and he's been like on TV a lot, and the kids are studying him at school, so my son is studying him and looking at what he's been doing. But whenever you go to the Space Museum, they have a huge Doctor Who collection, and I can't unwrap this, but you will probably see it next week because I think I'm going to put it in this space here behind me. It's a poster combining my favourite things. It's the 12th Doctor and Clara and the Daleks walking across Abbey Road, which is the iconic Beatles album of the Beatles walking across the crossing. And it's the same crossing, but it's the Doctor, a Dalek, Clara, a Dalek. So my husband got it for me. So it's going to go up on my wall, and you will see it up here somewhere. And the only other thing I'm going to show you, because they're just too cute not to, I found these. These are little milk bottles. I think that's what they're called. And they've got a little brightly coloured straw, and they say milk for Santa. And I think the other one just has a little picture of Santa and says milk for Santa, Merry Christmas on it. Can't see that because but I bought these because I'm doing Christmas Eve boxes for the kids, and I thought that would be cute to go in their Christmas Eve box. I know that they're going to leave out 2 milks. They probably wouldn't normally, they'd leave out 1. But I thought they'd like to use them for their Christmas milk as well. So I bought 2, and they were £1, which is about, well, I was going to say it's about 70 cents. But it's probably more than that today, because, yeah, your dollar's not doing as well as it was, and our pound is not doing as well as it was, so never mind. These things are sent to try us, and we must power through. Yes, and that's it really. So good luck to everybody in the next week or so. I hope things settle down and that people start accepting the decision and move on. Bless you. In the same way that we haven't accepted our decision and we have yet to move on. But there you go. Yeah, 2016 has been a very interesting year. Not only have too many people died, but yeah, just what is going on with the world. Anyway, I apologise if you are a Trump fan. I'm sure he has some redeeming qualities. I think I've watched the debates and I've watched the election with a lot of, we've watched a lot of it on TV, but I probably haven't seen everything. So if you are a Trump fan, congratulations. And if you're not, I don't know what to say. So I'm going to go. Have a nice week, everybody, and I will catch you next week. Hopefully I will have something more quilty to show, including a West Wing quilt design, because I'm designing my own West Wing quilt. Because we love that show in this house. It's our favourite. We're rewatching it all at the moment, and yeah. So I'm going to go before I start rambling on about West Wing. Everybody have a lovely week, and I will speak to you all next week. Bye.